The 2025 Gold Cup kicked off in spectacular fashion at the iconic SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, a venue that has quickly become synonymous with world-class sporting events. The stadium was bathed in dazzling lights, and the energy in the air was palpable as fans from all over North America and the Caribbean poured in, eager to witness the opening clash between Mexico and the Dominican Republic in Group A. This was more than just a match. It was a celebration of football, culture, and the unifying power of sport. The stands were a sea of green, white, and red, with Mexican fans proudly waving their flags and singing traditional chants. The excitement was infectious, and even neutral spectators found themselves swept up in the festive atmosphere. For many, this was a chance to see their heroes up close, and the anticipation was heightened by the knowledge that Mexico had brought a formidable squad, featuring the likes of Edson Alvarez, the midfield general, and Santiago Jimenez, the rising star up front. The sense of expectation was almost tangible, as supporters wondered if this would be the year Mexico reclaimed Gold Cup glory. On the other side, the Dominican Republic was making history. This was their first ever appearance in the Gold Cup, and their players stood tall during the national anthem, visibly moved by the occasion. The spotlight was on Junior Firpo, the versatile defender with European experience, and Mariano Diaz, the dynamic striker known for his pace and finishing. For the Dominican Republic, this was more than just a game. It was a statement of intent, a chance to show the world that they belonged on this stage. As the referee's whistle echoed through the stadium, the match began with a burst of intensity. Mexico wasted no time asserting themselves, pressing high up the pitch and moving the ball with purpose. Their passing was crisp, their movement coordinated, and it was clear they intended to set the tone early. The Dominican Republic, meanwhile, looked to absorb the pressure and hit back on the counter, relying on their speed and determination. The first real chance of the game came just 4 minutes in. Santiago Jimenez, always alert and hungry for goals, found himself in space and unleashed a powerful shot. The Dominican goalkeeper, however, was up to the challenge, diving full stretch to keep the scores level. It was an early warning sign for the newcomers and a reminder of the quality they were up against. The pressure from Mexico was relentless, and it didn't take long for them to break the deadlock. In the 10th minute, a well-worked corner from Luis Chavez found Edson Alvarez, who rose above the defense and powered a header into the back of the net. The stadium erupted in celebration, with Mexican fans dancing and singing as their team took a deserved lead. Alvarez's goal was a testament to Mexico's set-piece prowess and their ability to capitalize on even the smallest opportunities. Despite the early setback, the Dominican Republic refused to be intimidated. Their players gathered in a quick huddle, encouraging each other to stay focused and keep fighting. The determination on their faces was clear. They were here to compete, not just participate. The coaching staff urged them to stick to their game plan and look for opportunities to exploit Mexico's high defensive line. Their response was almost immediate. Junior Firpo, showing his vision and composure, launched a perfectly weighted long ball over the top. Mariano Diaz timed his run to perfection, breaking free of the Mexican defense and bearing down on goal. For a moment, it looked as though the Dominican Republic would equalize, but veteran goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa stood tall, making a crucial save to preserve Mexico's lead. The Dominican fans gasped, their hopes momentarily raised, but Ochoa's experience made the difference. The match continued at a frenetic pace, with both teams creating chances. In the 25th minute, Mexico's quality shone through once again. Orbelin Pineda and Uriel Antuna combined brilliantly on the right flank, exchanging quick passes to unlock the defense. The ball found its way to Santiago Jimenez, who showed great composure to slot it past the keeper and double Mexico's advantage. The Mexican bench erupted in celebration, while the Dominican defenders looked momentarily deflated. As the first half wore on, Mexico continued to dominate possession, dictating the tempo and probing for a third goal. Their midfield trio orchestrated play with confidence, switching the ball from side to side and stretching the Dominican defense. The newcomers, however, showed resilience, making tactical adjustments and working tirelessly to keep the scoreline respectable. Just before halftime, Mexico came close to adding a third, but a last-ditch block kept the deficit at 2. The second half began with a flurry of activity. Mexico introduced Diego Lainez, whose pace and creativity immediately made an impact. Within minutes, Lainez danced past his marker and delivered a pinpoint cross to Jimenez, who made no mistake from close range. The goal made it 3-0, and Jimenez celebrated with his teammates, pointing to the sky in gratitude. The Mexican fans responded with even louder cheers, sensing that their team was on course for a convincing victory. But the Dominican Republic's spirit was unbroken. They continued to push forward, searching for a breakthrough. In the 60th minute, their persistence paid off. A well-delivered corner found Mariano Diaz, who rose above the Mexican defenders and powered a header into the net. The goal sparked wild celebrations among the Dominican players and fans. It was their first ever goal in Gold Cup history, a moment they would never forget. Tears of joy flowed in the stands as the underdogs proved they could compete at this level. Mexico, however, were determined to finish the job in style. They continued to press forward, and in the 75th minute, a deflected shot fell kindly to Diego Lainez, who volleyed it home with precision. The fourth goal sealed the result, and the Mexican players celebrated with their supporters, knowing they had made a strong statement in their opening match. The Dominican keeper could only look on in frustration, but his team's effort had won the respect of everyone in attendance. As the final whistle blew, Mexico's players embraced, celebrating a comprehensive 4-1 victory that put them top of Group A. The Dominican Republic, though defeated, walked off the pitch with their heads held high, applauding their fans and exchanging jerseys with their opponents. It was a night of firsts, of dreams realized and lessons learned, and both teams left the field with plenty to build on for the rest of the tournament. With the Gold Cup now underway, the stage is set for more unforgettable moments, dramatic upsets, and displays of passion from teams across the region. Mexico's dominant performance sends a clear message to their rivals, but the Dominican Republic's historic goal and fighting spirit have already made this tournament special. As the group stage continues, fans can look forward to more thrilling action, unexpected heroes, and the magic that only the Gold Cup can deliver.